What up, fam? It's your boy AA9skillz, and I'm probably going to get the DD because this guy has a pretty good team. I got an alright team. I'm playing with my team from the Netherlands, but I haven't played Ultimate Team in like a few weeks. It's been a while. I can't even tell you the last time I played a UT game, especially on this account. It's been so long, man. Anyways, there's a few things I want to talk about today. Plus, I was with my family all day yesterday for Thanksgiving, so I'm doing this commentary early this morning on Friday. So yeah, I'm doing it today. Y'all will be watching it. But yo, bro, hurry up and push A. Come on, let's do this, man. You're making the video longer than it needs to be. But I want to talk real football with you guys, man. I haven't really sat down and talked real football with my viewers in a while. I used to do it a lot in my live stream. So now I'm going to do it on YouTube. We're going to talk some real football today. And like I said, I was with my family all day yesterday, so that's the reason that my player is not out today. Most likely my player will be out tomorrow. For today's video, you're going to watch me lose real bad on UT. Because I just don't got it on UT no more, man. I just don't play enough. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get destroyed. I don't even have good teams. This dude has great players. And look at me giving the ball away. Oh, goodness. This is terrible. I'm going to look like an absolute noob out here. Give me the ball. Give me the ball so I can talk about real football, all right? All right, there we go. So, yeah, man, I got a couple topics I want to talk about. Di Matteo will be one of them, obviously. We're also going to talk a little bit about Man City. I'm going to talk a second about Benfica. Talk a little bit about the Champions League and stuff like that. So, it's kind of where the topics are coming from. If you have some topics that you would want to hear me talk about real-life football, leave it in the comments down below. Maybe I'll do a segment once a week or something about my opinions on some real-life football, some big topics that are happening around the world. I'll quickly start with Benfica because I'm not going to talk about them for a long time. I'm more going to talk about Chelsea and City. There's things I want to say about those two clubs. Go on, big boy. Put that in the back of the net. Ah, you're looking like a scrub. You're looking like a scrub right there. All right. So Benfica. Benfica did all right in the Champions League against Celtic. They picked up a big win. And, you know, they have to go get a result in Spain in the Champions League against Barcelona to continue in the Champions League. As a Benfica fan, you always got to keep your faith. Always say you can win. But really, I'm not really 100% confident on Benfica going to Barcelona and pulling out a result. I know Benfica has a good team. I know they could play football, but it's Barcelona. Barcelona has a good team. You know, you got to play really, really good to beat Barca. It's just got to be your day. No. And I don't think Benfica's going to do it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I hope they do. But really, if they don't, they're still going to go to the Europa League, which I'm cool with that because as a Benfica fan, I'm a realistic Benfica fan, all right? I do want to see Benfica play against the Real Madrids and all that nonsense, but Benfica don't have the money to compete with these teams. So to go to the Europa League, I feel like they have a chance in the Europa League. I feel like they could actually maybe win the Europa League. So maybe it's not a terrible thing if I was about to be down 2-0. That would have been disgusting. Maybe it won't be a terrible thing for them to go to the Europa League. I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. I know a lot of Benfica fans are going to say, Skills, don't be stupid, all right? Don't be stupid. Oh man, what's this lag? Yeah, what is this lag? What is this nonsense? Why? Come on now, dude. You got a lag switch. You got a lag switch, boss. So yeah, I'm realistic. You know, I don't think Benfica could. I know Benfica could beat these big teams around the world if they play well, but I don't see them beating a bunch of them and going to the final of the Champions League. So maybe it's a better thing if they go to the Europa League. I know they have a big chance in the Europa League, but that's my thoughts on Benfica. Will they go to Barcelona and get a result? You know, it's a football game, man. Anything can happen. We've seen crazy things. Benfica has a good team. I mean, they've proven they could play football. Like last year, they went pretty far in the Champions League, or they did all right in the Champions League, I should say. They went out to the winners, Chelsea. That's Sabuya, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, man, Benfica always has a chance. I don't know why it's lagging. I apologize, but the game's lagging for some reason, so sorry about the video lagging. All right, so we'll move on. That's enough of the Benfica talk. Maybe they go through. Probably don't. Europa League's all right. I just want Benfica. Personally, I just want Benfica to win the Portuguese league. I want them to put Porto in their place, but Porto has a good team, so I'm not going to take that from them. Now we'll move on. We'll move on to my boys Chelsea. The next conversation of the day is Chelsea, where Di Matteo got fired. Rafa Benitez took over. And I'm just going to start the conversation by saying, first of all, I like Rafa Benitez. I think he's a great manager. I think he brings some good things out of players. And I think he's a great manager. But what I disagree with is this. This is what I disagree with. Di Matteo, I believe, did just a couple more days than Villas-Boas did. I want to say he was at a Chelsea manager for like 4 or 5 days more. And don't quote me on that because that could be wrong, but I saw that stat somewhere. And I was kind of like, wow. So you give this guy an extra week. Villas-Boas did nothing at Chelsea. And I think they didn't give him enough time neither, to be honest with you. I thought they should have given him more time, and they didn't. But Di Matteo won stuff. This guy won the biggest European competition known to clubs. And you give him a week more than Villas-Boas? A week more? That's shocking to me, man. That's shocking to me. I think it was the wrong move on that part. Do I think Rafa Benitez is the right manager to replace him? I think Rafa Benitez was a good choice because of Fernando Torres. I think Chelsea's at the point where they're trying to get the best they can possibly get out of Fernando Torres, and maybe that's why they thought not Rafa Benitez. I don't know, maybe it could have been one of the reasons they thought Rafa Benitez. But I think he's a good manager. Will he have success at Chelsea? Probably not. Why? Because if he wins the Champions League this year, he'll get fired a week after. They'll give him... No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know what success means when it comes to Chelsea, to the owner of Chelsea. I don't know what success means because I thought winning the Champions League was a successful season. But I guess to the Chelsea manager, it's not really successful enough. So, we'll have to see what happens. I think Rafa Benitez will be all right. I think so. Will he win a lot of things at Chelsea? I don't know. I can't predict that one. But I feel bad. Oh, that's a booyah. Yep, that's a booyah. I feel bad for Di Matteo, man. I thought he did a good job at Chelsea. That's tough. It's tough to be a Chelsea manager, I guess. Yo, I can only compare it to one thing. This is when I think of Chelsea, I think of, and I know a lot of my European viewers are gonna say, "Skills, come on, don't bring up American football." But I'm a fan of American football as well, and I support the Washington Redskins. So if you're American and you know what I'm talking about, or even if you're European and you watch the American football, you know what I'm talking about. You'll kind of understand where I'm coming from here. But the Washington Redskins were a team that every other season or every season they were firing their head coach, firing the manager, and with that you just don't build chemistry. That's a pen. You don't the manager doesn't have time to build a team. You don't really give them a chance. So finally the Redskins are kind of at a point where it looks like they're sticking to the manager they're with and they're trying to build something. And I don't know, I think that's what Chelsea needs. I think they need to get one manager and kind of stick with him for a little bit and see what happens. But Redskins are doing it now. I don't know if it's going to bring them more success in the future, but it's worth a try. All right, so I cut right there. I actually cut out halftime, so that's why I stopped talking. I apologize about that. But yeah, I think Chelsea needs to stick with one manager and go with it. So hopefully Rafa Benitez does well and he stays there for a while, and they can build some chemistry and build a team that he wants there. So that'd be pretty cool. But some owners are hard to understand, man. I tell you, man. Some owners are presidents of clubs. They're crazy, man, crazy. But let me know if you're a Chelsea fan, or not even a Chelsea fan, because I'm not a Chelsea fan. I just spent all that time talking about Chelsea. Let me know in the comments down below, man. Do you agree with it? Do you think Rafa Benitez is the right man? Do you think Di Matteo got just got unlucky? Do you think the owner's crazy? What's the deal at Chelsea? Let me know in the comments down below, because it's all about y'all. And we're gonna move on to Man City. Now I might get a little bit of hate from Man City fans for this, but yeah, I'm gonna talk the truth. I'm gonna talk what I feel, and a lot are gonna disagree, a lot are gonna agree. Now, Man City has a manager I think that should be fired. Mancini, I think he's a good manager. I don't want to take that away from him. He's a good manager. Yo, he did great things for Man City, and I understand why they're trying to give him a chance. Man City wins the BPL after so long. Incredible for what he did for Man City. But let's be serious and talk for a second. Man City had the team to win the BPL. Man City has a great side over there. They have wonderful players. So, really, him not winning the BPL would be the only thing that we would say, what happened? Why? What? You know, like, how bad of a manager do you have to be? That's how good of a team they had. I mean, if you compare... Now, this is where I might get hate, but if you compare probably Man U's team to Man City's team on paper last year, and again, this is on paper... City probably had the better of players. I could be wrong. I could be saying something completely wrong, and people are probably not going to agree with me. But on paper, it looked like Man City had the better of players, in my opinion. So they should have won the league, and they barely won it. Let's be honest. They won right at the end. So do I think he did wonderful things for Man City by winning? Yeah, I do. But I think it's a bit crazy when you go into the Champions League and you're going into the 5th match of the Champions League with the team you have, and you only have 2 points. Now, granted, you're in the group of death. I understand that, but the season before that in the Champions League wasn't any better. So, I don't know. Man City fans might be saying the same thing I say about Benfica. Yo, it's not all about the Champions League. It's about the league too. You know, we're a team that needs to get. Because the way I look at Benfica's a team that needs to learn how to win the Portuguese league over and over before they even worry about trying to get Champions League and Europa Leagues and all that. For example, Porto. I'm a Benfica fan saying this, so you Porto fans are getting lucky right now. Porto constantly wins the Portuguese league over and over. Well, for years they did before Benfica won it here a little bit back. But they constantly win the Portuguese league, so they can focus on Europa Leagues and trying to do well in the Champions League because they already know how to win the Portuguese league. And maybe that's where Man City's at. Yo, learn how to win the BPL over and over, and then we'll talk about pulling Champions League trophies. But I think it's a bit disappointing with the team they have going into the Champions League and only coming up with a certain amount of points in the group. I know you're in the group of death, but you do have one of the best squads in the world, in my opinion. That squad is no joke. Players like David Silva, Agüero, Balotelli. I mean, the names of the players you say off that team are crazy. You're pushing one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. I know he's up there. Casillas and all of them are great goalkeepers too, but you can't take it away from Hart, man. He's a heck of a keeper, except for when he plays against bicycle kicks. Seems like all the bicycle kicks go in against him. Nah, but he's had a lot of bicycle kicks scored against him, hasn't he? But anyways, you know, they have a great squad, so I think they should be doing better in the Champions League. Again, in the comments down below, let me know if I'm right or wrong, because I'm kind of going against what I just said about Chelsea. You need to stick with one manager and go through it. And now I'm saying, oh, fire Mancini, but I don't know. I think it's different. Yeah, I think it's completely different. I think it's, you know, Di Matteo won the Champions League. Yeah, the BPL is definitely very hard to win. It's a tough league to win, but I don't know. In my opinion, they had the team for it. How am I winning this game by so much against this guy? This guy's a good team. And like I said, let me know down below, man. If you want me to talk about your team or anything like that, I'll give you my opinions on any team because I do watch every league when I have time. You know, one league I haven't watched a lot of this year is the Serie A, man. I haven't watched really any Italian football this year. Haven't really seen AC Milan play at all or Inter. I haven't watched anything when it comes from the Serie A. I've watched a little bit of La Liga. I've watched a lot of the BPL, to be honest with you. And I've watched a lot of the Portuguese league, but where's the dip on that one? So yeah, let me know down below if you want me to pick up one of your teams and talk about it. I'm down. Like I said, I just picked Man City and Chelsea because of you know, they're hot in topics right now, especially Chelsea. Yo, Chelsea's going ham in the news. This commentary is probably gonna come out late in the day too. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.